I tell you what, if this figure is any good, I will eat my hair. Hi, this is Simon from Fingers on Plastic. So there's the old saying of, I would rather be happy than right. And that brings us very nicely to a Legacy Bulkhead. When I saw the announcements on this figure, I'm not gonna lie, I said some very unfavourable things about this figure. And yeah, but here I am. Clearly bought him. So I went to Smith's Toys and I had Grace and Paddy. And obviously Paddy just sees a green figure, so he picks it up without any sort of forethought. I was actually in the process of picking up Studio Series Perceptor. But, you know, every now and then there's just that little voice. He must have just slipped into my trolley because I have him. Anyway, we get back to Paddy's place and I was messing around with him. He's great. Spoilers. Here is the box. I quite like the box design. Not sure how I feel about the lack of window, but I suppose it's the world we live in now. Some pretty cool artwork, to be fair, on the side. Some product shots, some more artwork, stuff and things. Now, let's get this open. No windows, could do with some nice tape. Instructions. Let's see, what colour are the pictures inside? Not too bad, not too shabby. And then we have the figure, his mace, his gun, and his shield on the back here. Let me get to snipping. And here he is. And you know what? I think he looks great. Yes, he does look like the bastard child of Transformers Prime Bulkhead and Movie Hound. But there's something about it that works. I think it's a really good looking figure. He does not have hollow forearms. He does not have hollow gaps on the legs. If you look sort of up, you can see a bit of hollowness, but you can, now I figured out how to do this on Paddy's, you can get this gun here and you can put it in there. And now here I am with the video, having clearly forgotten how to do that. But I did get it so it didn't rattle and it stayed. Now, lots of folk have been using this as like a shield on the arm. Personally, I just plugged it into his back. And I preferred it on the back than I did on the arm. I think it looks a bit not great on the arm. But let's get this mace on. That looks just good. There is so much good about this figure. So much good. Of course, you can have a shoulder cannon as well. I mean, there's lots and lots of options. I think you can also plug it into the arm, or the forearm gun. There's just lots you can do with this, and I think it's great. Really, really good. And I'm really quite, like I said, I'd always rather be happy than right. Most of the time I'm neither, but that's beside the point. That's here nor there. This figure works. The only question I have about this figure is, where does it live? He doesn't quite, I mean, some of the new Studio series with the more like the Brawn wheel jacks. He'd probably, he stands next to them well. I think he looks really good next to these Studio Series figures. I think that's where he lives. Because I don't really, I mean, if I see the RC, I'm going to pick that up. I actually asked about that. That was what I was looking for when I was in all the cool stuff. So I'd like the RC one. That'll be on my my want list for TFN, I would imagine. And I think he looks good with these sorts of figures. And this guy, who's also quite good. You might notice that I'm going to be wearing this shirt in a few videos. Probably. I'll probably just record this one and probably do the other two tomorrow. Anyhow, yeah. So, for everything he is and for everything he has, I think a lot works. I think it looks good. Posability. His head, a little bit of up and down. Not much attitude, but it can go round to there and there. He can offer the full cuddle. Paddy's a big fan of the full cuddle. This goes all the way around. Over 90 at the elbow. And you can move the wrist. And it doesn't feel like anything's going to break off, which is a nice thing. Nothing feels so far like it's going to break off. We've got waist. We got that far out. So he's got the full Van Damme and a full Monty. He's got 90 at the knee and ankle tilt. Which, it's all really, really good. Really good. Yeah, and look at the face. Look at the face sculpt. I was wrong. I judged this video. Oh my goodness, I've got the wrong teeth in now. I judged this figure unfairly because it's not what I wanted. But it's a damn good figure. And it's nice that it's, because there's no G1 here. I mean, obviously the head is Transformers Prime. Or animated, but definitely more Prime. I mean, that's Prime, look at it. And the body is more movie. There's no G1 in this figure, which is nice to see because I don't want to buy any more G1 versions of my favourite characters. Like, I'm enjoying the 86 line, but when I get through the 86 line and I've got the ones I want, I'll probably be done with it. You'll notice I've been putting out less and less videos because the prices are going up. My space is at a premium. I'll have to think of something more interesting and exciting to do. But that's a different video altogether. I am going to transform this guy off camera. Right then, here we go. Before I get the transformation, I always want to point out that he's actually got he's got this little clippy thing here, but there's another lower one which pegs onto there and looks much better on his back for doing it. And also, these details in the shoulder, I really like them. Alright, now let's crack on with the transformation. So here he is. Now obviously we were messing around with this on Wednesday. We were messing around with this on Wednesday. It was quite funny because the legs, the instruction booklets it doesn't really tell you how to do the legs, let's be honest. It misses out the unfolding and then this bit, and it misses out quite an important step actually, the instructions. And watching Paddy try to do it was nuts, because you have to remember Paddy is an Irishman. I'm watching him try to transform this guy's legs in front of Grace and not swearing was actually really funny. He looked like a tiny constipated orangutan. Anyway, I think this looks fantastic. It's little things like the wheels that were on his back are now here at a different angle, and I really like that. I don't know why that one particular feature really stands out to me, but it does. It rolls really nicely. It's got some nice details on the front. Obviously it's his robot chest, so but I'm going to highlight it more now because it just looks nice. It looks really good. And I'm trying to figure out if you can sort of see his head sitting there through the camera. I like the fact that you weapons store really nicely back here, and you can sort of bring these down so you could like be loading it or whatever. I wish they'd have painted the middle of the wheels. And my ones of these, I don't know how to do it now. These came off, when I was transforming them, these came off really easily. But that's it, that's my only quibble. And it rolls. You can't see that, I'm just rolling it here. It's rolling. Stop pressing on that, you can hear it rolling. There it is rolling. I must sort out a better setup. I really like this figure. I didn't expect to. I didn't think I was going to. I am happy I was wrong. I think it looks great. I think its playability is great. I think the transformation, once you've done the legs a few times, will be good, okay. I love the wheels on his back become those things. They didn't need to add that. It's those little details like that that always win me over, because they Hasbro could have just not included those wheels at all. But they did, and it makes a difference. It just adds to the overall factor of this figure. Yeah, it's a good 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, because I wish if I'm being super nitpicky, I wish the wheels had a little bit of paint in them, but that's it. That's all I can come up with as a negative. I was wrong to hate on this figure when it was announced. It's a good toy. It's a good Transformer. Yeah, that's all I have to say about him. It's good. I recommend it. If you see it, buy it. That is it from me in this video. Thank you very much.
Fingers on plastic.